If your apps and subscriptions keep piling up and you never get around to sorting them, this is for you. In this video, I share my proven method for regularly clearing your digital clutter so that it never builds up in the first place. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Krosch. Over the last decade, I've built thousands of AI workflows and automations for business, and now I'm helping individuals build their own personal automation systems and build a healthier relationship with their devices at the same time. And this pillar is called Cleanup, and it's the fifth pillar in my personal automation system. And this pillar is all about auditing what you've got and clearing up and cleaning up what's not being used. And the problem here is what you tolerate is what you pay for. Without a regular audit, there's no questions on the bills coming in. There's no clearing up of what's not being used and what's not delivering value in your life. What's interesting here is most people don't have a money problem. They've just lost track of where their money's actually going. They might have kicked off a free trial and it's converted to paid and they've forgotten to cancel it and they're still paying for it. They might have a streaming bundle, but it's only for one show, which is clearly overkill and could probably be reduced. And they might fall into the trap of wanting to use a subscription again. They might have subscribed, used it once, but they haven't canceled the subscription and they haven't used it since. What's important to recognize here is cleanup isn't about budgeting, but it's about auditing what you've currently got. And there's three rules that really pull it together. First is keeping a list of all your current subscriptions. Second is looking to cancel one a month that's not delivering any value. And the third is putting a 30-day rule on anything new that you subscribe to. And the reframe here is that cleanup isn't necessarily going to make you richer, but it's about auditing what you're currently paying for and taking an honest perspective on what should stay and what should be removed. So cleanup is a pillar where you actually look at what you're paying for to determine what's going to stay and what's going to go. You might be surprised, there might be things there that you've been paying for months or even years that you don't need anymore. What's important about cleanup is the behavior. You don't want to approach it as just one big project that you do ad hoc. And there's a really simple 4-quadrant framework you can use when reviewing your apps and subscriptions. And that is, are you using it and are you glad to have it? If anything falls outside of that quadrant, it's safe to say you can remove it because it's not delivering value for you. And there are 4 key things that keep cleanup on track every month. First of all is having an active list of all your subscriptions and keeping that up to date. Second is applying the 1 cancel a month rule. So not trying to cancel too many at a time, but focusing on 1 per month keeps the momentum going. Third is applying the 30-day rule on anything new. So mark a calendar event in 30 days time for any new subscription and review it at that point. And finally, doing a bank app sweep each month. So looking at the charges that are coming out and seeing if there's anything that's slipped through that you've forgotten about that can be removed. And the practice here is that cleanup is a pillar that stops the past from charging the present. It's about looking back at what's been done to adjust the future charges to make sure you're not paying for things that you don't need. But here are 3 areas where cleanup can actually break. First is falling into the trap of wanting to cancel it later, but never following through with it. Second is the optimization trap, agonizing over which one to cancel and never canceling one in the first place. And third is the bundle discount trap. You might have a bunch of things bundled together that looks like a saving, but it's actually a leak and it's not delivering you any value. So here's my 7-day roadmap to getting a cleanup system firing. On day 1, you want to list every recurring charge on a list and make sure that's kept up to date. On day 2, you want to mark for each one what it's actually delivering and what it's giving you in terms of value. On days 3 to 6, just live with awareness. Don't cancel anything and don't change anything. And on day 7, on the first Sunday, pick the most embarrassing one that you can cancel and the one that's not delivering you any value in your life. So cleanup makes room for the other pillars to breathe. With capture, it uses the inbox to surface, should I still be paying for this notes? For routine, cleanup is a routine, the first Sunday of the month with 1 cancel. For smart shopping, it decides what you buy. Cleanup audits what you quietly stopped using. For Signal, the notification permissions get the same audit. The shape is identical. And for reflection, the monthly money pass is where cleanup's targets come from. And this is critical in the framework because every other pillar adds something, whereas cleanup is the only one whose job is to remove and subtract. So how can you get started on creating your own cleanup system? Here are 3 quick steps. Step 1, pull 90 days of statements from your bank app and list every recurring charge for all the apps and subscriptions that you have. Step 2, write 1 sentence next to each on what it actually gives you and what value it delivers in your life. And step 3, on the first Sunday, review the list and pick the most embarrassing one. Pick the one that doesn't deliver value anymore that you can remove and it won't be missed. And that's cleanup. Set a rhythm for clearing out what you no longer need and the clutter never gets a chance to pile up. And if you're interested to learn more about the other pillars, the 6-pillar framework is linked just up here. Next up is the final pillar, reflection. And if this is the type of personal automation you've been looking for, subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next video.